If you've been blaming all of your sweating on the weather, I've got news for you. It might not be July, it might be your hormones. July and August are honestly some of the hottest months of the year here in the US. But if you're feeling extra hot lately, it may not just be the weather. It could be one of the first signs of perimenopause. Hi, I'm Dr. Janet. I'm a board-certified obstetrician gynecologist, a medical doctor, menopause coach, and hypnotherapist. In this short video, I'm going to break down why, besides the weather, you may be feeling so daggone hot these days. Before I jump into the science, let's see if any of this sounds familiar to you. Maybe you've been waking up in the middle of the night sweaty, even though the room's not all that hot, feeling like your morning coffee suddenly threw your thermostat all the way up and you feel like you're on fire. Or just getting a sudden wave of heat through your body that starts in your chest, neck, or face. Or you might be looking around the room and everyone else is perfectly comfortable. Meanwhile, you feel like your body is on fire. If you're nodding your head to any of these, just keep watching. So here's what's actually happening in your body. Think of your body's thermostat like a smoke detector that's become way too sensitive. And before this perimenopause and menopause transition, your brain could handle the small changes in body temperature without thinking about it too much. But during perimenopause and menopause, there are changing estrogen levels that narrow what we call the thermoneutral zone. Now, the thermoneutral zone is simply a comfortable temperature range, and this is where your body doesn't need to do any work to cool you down or to warm you up. Now, even a tiny increase in your body's temperature, whether it's hot weather, exercise, your morning coffee, spicy food, stress, or even a glass of wine, can trick your brain into thinking you're overheating. So your body flips on the emergency cooling system, your blood vessels widen, your heart rate speeds up, and suddenly you're sweating like a pig who is standing in the sun. Now imagine it's already 95 degrees outside. Your body is already starting closer to that trigger point. So it takes a lot less to kind of push you all the way into a full-blown hot flash. And that's why summer can feel so extreme for women who are in perimenopause and menopause. So here are a few tips that can help. One is to dress for the weather and for your changing hormones. You're gonna wanna wear lightweight, breathable items, cotton, linen, and fabrics that wick away moisture from your perspiration. Number 2, stay hydrated. Sipping on something cool will allow your body to have the reserve that it needs to cool you off and feel a little bit more comfortable when those hot flashes do occur. Number 3, learn what your personal triggers may be. For some women, it's coffee. For others, it's alcohol or spicy foods or stress or being in the direct heat. Everyone's triggers can be a little bit different, so just kind of pay attention to what things may set off the hot flash for you. Number 4, keep your bedroom cool at night if you can. Fans, breathable sheets, and lowering the thermostat at night can make a huge difference in how you feel. And number 5, and probably the most important thing, is to get treated for the hot flashes. There are effective treatments available, and depending on your history, that may include hormones. I'm a big advocate of hormone therapy for hot flashes, very helpful. It's not for everyone, but the majority of people are candidates for hormone therapy. And there are non-hormonal medications that can also help to reduce hot flashes. Hypnosis is another well-documented option for decreasing hot flashes. And as a hypnotherapist, I've seen how it can really help women to improve their symptoms. And it can be used safely if you're taking hormones or medications or not. So hypnosis is one of my favorite options for hot flash management. But definitely talk to your healthcare professional so that you can get some help. There are just too many treatments available for any of us to be alone on the struggle bus, sweating through our clothes unnecessarily. So if you've been wondering, is it just the summer heat or is it menopause? The answer might actually be both. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit that link below there to subscribe to this channel, and also share this video with someone you know needs this information. You know there's a girlfriend out there, that one friend who is always sweating through her clothes. Send this video to her and it might just help her out. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon.